My dear comrades, sometimes I become very emotional because I am a simple, true man and a revolutionary, spirited man. And I believe that such men and women shall have the right to be emotional also. That emotional attachment I have with the AIBEA. I don't know how it happened. Since my student days, I was very close with the AIBEA comrades in my town, in my city. Whenever they have a struggle, I used to be there. Whenever we have a student conference, they used to contribute to us financially also. Whenever we need some help, those comrades in the city of that days of mine, voluntarily they come and ask us, shall we help you? Thus it began. Then, in the course of time, when I became an MLA, in that city of Calicut, whenever there was a bank employees conference or AIBEA conference, they were so keen to make me an office bearer of the reception committee. And thus it grew. And I think that it is my great privilege that I had the opportunity to be very close with leaders like Comrade Tarakeshwar Chakrabarti during my young days itself. In 1992, I became a member of the CPI National Council, maybe at that time the youngest member. Then Tarak was one of the leading comrades in that National Council, a veteran member, very close with all the leaders of those days, including C. Rajeshwar Rao, Indrajit Gupta and others. But to my pride, whenever he sees me in the party meetings, he used to call me close to him, pat on my shoulders, sometimes give some advices. All it happens. Maybe remembering all those, this attachment of mine happens. And till today, the same feeling I have with Comrade CHV, with Comrade Rajanda, and all of this. So I stand here before you, not as a working president of the AITUC, or as a member of the parliament, but I stand here as a comrade of yours. With the full sense, I mean it. And this proud platform of the AIBEA 29th conference, it has become the rallying point of fraternity, of international fraternity, of national fraternity. We can see our comrades in arms from various parts of the globe have come here to this platform to proclaim that they are our fighting friends in all our struggles. I don't want to mention all their names here, but we feel their presence as a great strength to us, and we understand the meaning that the workers of the world are united. That unity is important in the contemporary times more than ever. Then, my dear comrades, This platform provided one more great opportunity for various political forces of this country to come together. I salute the vision and the far-reaching thoughts of the leadership of the AIBEA that they made it a point that different leaders from various political streams should come here on this platform of the bank employees. And for what? All of them came here to express their friendship with us, the feeling of oneness with us, to tell us that they will support us. Many of them may not be left, but none of them are right. All this has a political meaning, I think. Sule was telling here, Supriya Sule, that she is not a left. But she told definitely she is not from the right. She was telling us she is close to the left. And same thing with the speech of Sawant. He also told that he is not left. We remember those days when those in the left regarded that party of Sawant, the Shiva Sena, as a righteous party of reaction. And we never thought that they will come to our platform to greet us ever, but they came. This is the land today. It has a meaning. And this conference made the venue for all of them to come together. And I request the conference of AIBEA to understand that you came not only for a bank union conference, but you came to a conference of the bank employees with a purpose, and that purpose is so dear to the country. And that's why I think that this conference of the AIBEA, the 29th one, is a historic one. I salute you all on behalf of that importance that you attached for all these political matters. In the AIBEA conference, no need to tell you that AIBEA is not a tail of any political party. Among you, I am very sure, there are leaders and comrades who are not part of any political party. There may be some of you part of some political parties. But AIBEA is always clear that we are not the mere follower of any political party, but that doesn't mean that AIBEA is apolitical. In this time of ours, in this country of today, nobody who is alive have the right to be apolitical, because politics decide the today and tomorrow of this country. Without politics, nothing happens here. In that way, we know that in the AIBEA, we are not a party politically motivated people, but we are politically conscious people of our times. And what politics it is? That politics is the politics of the working class. About that politics, we heard our comrade Amarjit Kaur was telling you yesterday. And that politics is the politics to guide us. The politics of the working people, the working class. And that is why in our hand we hold a flag with a color that is red. We know that red is not a simple color. That color has a great history. That color is the color of the workers who fought in the streets of Chicago in those days, who shouted for 8-hour working day in a day, working hours in a day. That color represents them. Not of a party it is, but it's a color of a class. The class who fought for 8 hours working day. And that class, that color stood for the rights of the workers to unite, to fight, to unionize, and to question the employers, the capitalists, the owners, the governments. And that is this color. That's why AIBA always say that this flag of the AIBA is the flag of the right path. That is not a mere slogan. Right path. Yes, that color, that flag help us to understand which is the right path. And to that right path, we are seeing more and more friends are coming to this platform and tell that this color, this flag and this left ideology, maybe they differ from us, but they don't treat us as somebody alien to them. They are close to us. It shows that we are not a small force. We are not a small force. She was telling here, Sule, what was she telling? Maybe small in numbers. That is true. Inside the parliament, we are small in numbers. Outside, too, may not be very strong in numbers. But you look all over the country. Whenever the country needs a serious fight to be taken up for the cause of secularism, for democracy to be protected, for the workers' rights, to uphold the constitution, and to tell this country that those dreams of socialism, which is inside the constitution, is our watchword for the whole future. When that questions come, we know that this left, this flag, this color is stood in the forefront, and that color and that ideology and that left has a meaning in the contemporary times. That also is important. In that way, I request you all not to become simple supporters of a simple or a particular political party, but to understand the ideas and the meaning and the ideology of that flag which you hold in your hands. Then only we can say that right path is our path. It has to be proven by our deeds also. We are the people of the AIBA. Decades back, told this country about the health of the bank industry. I remember those days. I was a student in those days also. Health of the banking industry. AIBA muted that slogan. We are the people who fought for the bank nationalization. Then came 1969. Then we saw in this country a particular political stream stood with the bank employees, supported the bank employees, and that political stream told the government of those days that keep that serious slogan as a guiding principle for you. And if you need a support from outside, make sure that the banks are nationalized. That fraternity is having with that ideology and with that forces we have in a broad way. Of course, in a broad way. In such terms, I think we should be clear. While coming to this conference call today morning, I had the privilege to talk to a young woman, a fighting spirited young woman of the AIBA. She came from a remote part of Maharashtra. Very friendly with me. We talked about herself and about the current developments. I asked her about the happenings in the country. She told me, I am not bothered about the politics. I have no politics. I respect her. She told me the truth. Not bothered about the politics, she has no politics. I repeat her once again at this stage. I understand you, I respect you, but I request you one more thing, that you have to be political. Political in the what sense? Because the bank employees has a big threat before them. How far you are safe? How far the employment that you have today is safe? How far this agreement that you are making today is safe? How far your right to organize is safe? None of them are safe. None of them are safe. Because in this country today, we can see a government which believes that workers and their rights are less important. They are not at all to be considered about. And that government preached so many theories. Samanji told us today in the morning here about that slogan, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Great slogan it is. Atmanirbhar Bharat. In the parliament, once I asked the finance minister in a friendly way but strongly, tell this parliament the lock and the key of that Atmanirbhar Bharat, is it with you or with somebody else? I told her, the lock and the key of your Atmanirbhar Bharat is with the FDI. What is FDI? FDI is foreign. FDI is foreign direct investments. And that government, praying to the FDI for everything, selling of everything for them, the banks, the insurance, the skies, the earth, the apes, everything. Insurance and banks, not only that, the mines, the industries, the space research, whatever are dear to this country for the growth of this country, for the real growth of Atmanirbhar Bharat, all those are given to the private capital, that also of the FDI. Such a government shamelessly is claiming that they are for the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Bogus they are, wrong they are telling us. They want to cheat us and they believe that they can befool us always, always and always. No, they cannot defeat us. If we people, the workers, the peasants, the bank employees, insurance employees, if we all come together, it is clear that we cannot allow them to go in this track. We can change them. We demanded them very many times to change the policies. They denied us. Now they are telling them, the time has come that we understood that you will never change the policies. Now the country has decided to change you for the power, and that days are coming. The people of Karnataka, they showed us that they can be changed. I can tell you 3 names. One name is Donald Trump of America. Second name, Bolsonaro of Brazil. Third name, Narendra Modi of India. Those 3 names are important. Those names in various parts of this world, they represented the same ideology, same politics, and the same way of politics in their countries and in the world together. They were close friends. Close friends. Openly they have told it. I can tell you one thing, a question. They told the country, the parliament and outside the parliament, that Rahul Gandhi discussed Indian politics in a foreign country. And that brought disgrace for India. So they thought that Rahul Gandhi can be punished for that. The whole parliament they blocked, creating ruckus, saying this kind of stories. I can make you remind one incident. When Donald Trump was fighting elections in America for a second time, Narendra Modi ji, our Prime Minister, was there in that country. There was a big rally of Republican Party in that very same city. And in that rally, Indians were in large numbers, rallied by the right-wing Republicans of that city. Many of them were from Gujarat, and Modi was celebrated. In that foreign land, in that rally of campaigning of the Republican Party, the reactionary party, our Prime Minister openly proclaimed, "Our Akbar, Donald Trump." What is it? Indian Prime Minister going to America and campaigning for a particular party and shouting slogans in favor of that candidate. That we witnessed. And the very same Prime Minister is telling that Rahul Gandhi discussed politics in a foreign country, not in a rally, in a private meeting it happens. This is the example of a double talk. This is the government of the day. I can tell you one more thing. Where is that Trump today? Ousted. Where is that Bolsonaro today? Ousted. Now we can decide if we are serious where this body will be tomorrow. If we decide in the same way as Trump was ousted, as the Brazilian former president Bolsonaro was ousted, Narendra Modi can also be ousted if we all come together and fight together. That fight has a special relevance today. And I believe that ideas should be taken and discussed seriously by everybody in this country. Everybody. When everybody in the country discuss that matters, how can the insurance employees, the bank employees, and all such categories of people, the workers, how can they say that we are not concerned about it? It is our concern too. It's our future, our job, our security, our wages, our rights. All these are to be decided by politics only. So that politics is a serious matter for all of us. In that way, I may request you, I may plead you, please think about that part of the politics, not the party politics. I can tell you, with the AIBEA, we all will be with you ever and ever. No doubt. And you know that I am one of those MPs in the parliament, suspended frequently. When we fought for the peasants, they suspended us. When we fought for the insurance employees, suspended. When we raised the slogan of the bank employees, we were criticized. And I can tell you how many times more they can tell and criticize us. Let them do it. But we will continue this fight to stand firm with the employees of the banks, insurance, and the workers, the peasants, because we have a flag in our hands. That flag also is a red flag. And that flag, that color, bring us together. We want nothing in favor for us for that. But we want one thing from you. Please understand this fraternity, this feeling. This feeling is the most sincere and deepest fraternity feelings for you. And that's part of our blood. That's why we call ourselves as left. That seriousness, that sincerity, that fighting mood is the spirit and soul of the left ideology. And I believe that based on that ideology, I tell you, I swear you, that AIBEA will be our comrades ever and ever. And with that feeling, I can tell you, wherever we are, whatever we are, we will be with you, holding the hands together. And we tell you that in the fight of tomorrow, the decisive battles of tomorrow, which will decide the future of the banking industry, insurance industry, and all those public sector, that is a matter to be considered seriously. And this conference have a big possibility to discuss about all those matters. And in that way, the broad spectrum of people came here to this platform. We invited the leader of the Kisan struggle. We heard him speak here. Sainath was the man who led the decision committee here. It has a meaning that shows that AIBEA is a movement which has a vision. And that vision has a great relevance for this country today. AIBEA is proving itself, its maturity. And that maturity is providing the country to believe that we are waging a battle, and that battle is a winning battle, not a losing battle. And in that battlefront, I can tell you, you will be together. One more thing. To my surprise, I found a strange scene in the parliament. 2 months back, there was election to the Public Undertakers Committee of the Parliament. The government told, no, communists are not needed there. You are a small party, no proper numbers. So we don't want to include you into such committees, big committees, serious committees, financial committees. Friendly, they are telling you, you have no right to be there. So we will not consider you. I told them, of course, you have the right to decide it, but we have a right to contest also. I gave a nomination with the fullest belief that I will be failed. Everybody told that you will be failed. I told them, okay, we communists are not afraid of failure. To fight and to fail for a cause is not a failure, it's a victory. Because the ideas and ideologies and interests are taken forward. When the votes counted, this communist, this left, which has a small number in the parliament, got victorious. So I stand before you as a member of the Indian Parliament's Public Undertakings Committee, not because of my greatness, because the people who are not from my party or the left even, they believe that a communist can rely it. They're dependable, they are serious, and they voted for me. I don't know who they are, but they voted. That shows that this fight is a fight for a cause, and this is a fight for great possibilities. And that possibilities can be shared between you people and people like us. We are not strangers. We are not from different parts of the spectrum. We are all have a feeling of oneness, and that oneness is nothing else but that flag, that color, that ideology. And that ideology, I believe, is the ideology of a class that is working class, not a party. I understand it, and I believe that you also could grasp what I told you. With these words, I conclude. Comrades, I salute you all. I salute you all from the depth of my heart, and I promise you that we will stand unwaveringly with the AIBEA, under the flag of the AIBEA, and we will fight for your cause, support you with all our possibilities. With this words, I conclude. Long live AIBEA! Long live AIBEA! Long live AIBEA! Long live red flag! Long live red flag! Long live red flag! Okay.
Thank you very much, and red salute to you.
Comrade, 2 years ago, 2021,